walang mapait na kape at nakakainip na araw sa Keroppi Podcast.
Hello everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Kero Cafe. Again, of course, the host, the one and only. Walang ibang mag-i-introduce sa sarili ko, ni yung sarili ni mismo. My name is Kero. So yan, ito yung, your host and the owner of this podcast. But of course, welcome sa podcast natin ngayon. And I hope na nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan while listening to this podcast. Anyway, before we start, let me ask first kung kumusta yung weekdays nyo or weekend, kung anong oras ito, kung anong araw nyo ito pinakinggan. Kumusta ang mga araw nyo prior to this day? Ano bang mga ganap natin dyan? Okay, so for this podcast, meron akong nakita sa x.com, formerly known as Twitter. Pero I really prefer the Twitter. I really prefer the naming it Twitter or Twitter over x.com. Parang nagkukulang talaga ako sa X. Parang X lang. Parang hindi siya 2 syllables. Ganon. And there's napaka-common ng X, ano. Anyway, so let's move forward. Hindi yun ang topic natin. So yun nga, may nakita akong tweet. It's a thread tweet actually. It's titled 5 signs that you're gaslighting yourself. Ganon. So yun. So parang, this is para to tell everyone that's seeing this tweet na how you can identify yourself if you are gaslighting sa sarili mo mismo, no? So ayun, let's start now with the first item. So the first one na sinabi dito is you make excuses for someone's bad behavior. Instead of acknowledging their toxic behavior, you blame yourself and assume the problem is you. So ayun, parang do you have this kind of parang thinking back na parang yun nga, pag sinabihan ka na, or I mean, if meron kang sinabihan na tao, mostly kasi this one is parang napapansin natin to usually sa mga martyr na mga tao, yung mga ganon, yung very responsible na person, and at the same time parang they are keeping intact, parang they want to have this idea intact sa, like for example, family or jowa, ganon, or or son, daughter, children, basta anything that is in a relationship na parang they want to have that idea intact, no? And they're also the responsible ones, mga ganon, so they become the martyr. So yun, so it's very common kasi because of that characteristic nila, ito yung parang ginagawa ng kanilang loved ones, or yung pinoprotektahan nila na hindi masira yung mga persons doon. Ito yung usually yung ginagamit nilang technique. Parang tama pa technique. Anyway, parang ganoon nga, parang yun yung ginagawa ng mga tauhan doon na para maging sunod-sunuran itong person na to. So common to sa for example, the scenario is yung asawa at yung mag-asawa, for example, tapos sabihin ng asawa na tumigil na siya sa pag-iinom or bawasan, tapos ang isasagot ng husband is kailangan niya ito para maaliw, para ma-distress, mga ganon. So yung pagkasabi ni asawa, parang mukhang napasama pa, na parang isipin pa ng asawa na hindi, parang mali pa niya na sinabi yon sa husband niya, kasi yun nga, kung isipin, kumbaga siya in a shallow thinking, or medyo sinasabi pa na parang pinagbabawalan si husband na mag-distress, ganon. Which is, in reality, is yung okay lang naman sana yon if paminsan-minsan, right? Kasi totoo naman din na they need to distress. Pero wag namang every weekend, ganon, na parang nakakalimutan na niya yung responsibility. That's just an example, no? Maraming, of course, mga scenario na this first item is applicable, ganon. The next one is very common and I am guilty sometimes on this one. This one is, you invalidate your feelings. It's not a big deal. Others have it worse. I'm just overreacting. So, yun. Very guilty. I am very, very guilty sa ganito kasi I tend kasi to parang normalize, or hindi naman siya normalize. Yung bang parang I look at it in a wider scope, in a wider horizon. Parang ganon. Parang I always weigh things na included yung perspective ng person na yon na nagsabi, for example, na feeling ko na invalidate yung feelings ko. Tapos sasabihin ko lang sa sarili ko na it's not a big deal. Others have it worse. Ganyan. Parang some of the examples on this one na parang common sa lang sa akin is yung parang may mga jokes na may shade, alam mo yun, parang there is, hindi talaga siya joke or parang pinadaan lang sa joke, pero may laman siya, meron siyang pinaglalaban si person, alam mo yun, yung parang meron siyang gustong ihatid, which is might be as a receiver of that joke or the subject of that joke, medyo foul siya. Pero because it's a joke, medyo hindi mo lang siya masyadong ininda. Sabihin mo lang, ako personally, sabihin ko lang sa sarili ko na, it was just a joke. Alam mo yun, parang hindi naman siguro totoo yun. Or even if it's true, it's a joke, something like that. Hindi, instead of reacting about it and talking to that person. Pero so far naman kasi sa akin, parang I still prefer kasi din naman na parang let it be. Wow. Nakasabi lang, others have it worse, I'm overreacting. Pero of course you need to weigh din naman kung kailan yung overreacting. Kasi hindi naman all the time you need to make battle, right, of the jokes na you feel anong tawag doon, foul. Parang feeling mo foul ito. You need also to weigh things. If it's really foul, kasi if, di ba, baka sabihin, for example, ang pangit mo naman, what if totoo talagang pangit ka? Charing. Hindi. I mean, pag sinabi, the example na pangit ka, subjective naman yun . So, of course, hindi ka mag-over or magre-react sa ganun. Kasi alam mo naman na subjective yun. Sa pananaw niya, pangit ka. And that's the truth sa kanya. Right? Pero sa iba, you may not be pangit, right? So, of course, you need to weigh there na hindi yun ang, hindi ka dapat mag-react na, sinabihan niya kung pangit. Paano yan? Ganyan. So, come on. So, may mga times lang. So, you need to really identify talaga kung ano yung parang standard mo or yung limit mo kung kailan yung foul talaga. So, for example, maybe ang foul para sa'yo is pag nadamay na yung family mo, mga ganon. Or for example, parang sa sinabi niya, it will really make a big impact sa pangalan mo na masisira talaga, which will probably cost, financial damage. Diba? Depende sa sitwasyon mo, no? For example, what if you're a politician, for example, and someone will say that may mga probably joke or parang ano tawag doon, parang in Bisaya we call it pahapyaw, yung parang shallow lang siya na pagkakasabi, parang hindi talaga serious, parang gano'n, it looks like that, pero may laman if you're going to read it between the lines. So ayun, So, yun, just weigh things before reacting kasi baka nga overreacting ka lang din. So, yun, hindi ko naman di-defend na you're invalidating my feelings. Of course, you need to weigh things. Hindi pwedeng react lang ng react. So, yun. So, pero yun, tama yun. Pero tama din naman to na wag mong i-invalidate yung feelings mo. So, kung nasasaktan ka talaga doon, for example, sinabi kang pangit, and then nasaktan ka, di umiyak ka. For example, talagang genuine yun, Kasi ngayon, uso na kasi din ngayon yung mga, the Gen Z. Sorry, Gen Z, pero ganun talaga ang napapansin namin na parang you are very onion skin kasi. So, parang hindi ko alam kung do you know the difference between, yung parang, the difference between the reality at saka yung parang yung bubble world mo. Alam mo yun? Siguro depende yan sa pagkaka-raise sa, what if, for example, because, masyado kang, as a Gen Z, yung bubble world mo, masyado kang pampered. Tapos, sa reality naman is hindi naman ganon. So, parang napaka-harsh naman ng buhay. Iba nag-react agad sila kahit konting lang. Kahit hindi siya ganon ka-intense talaga, tapos nag-react agad. Yun. So, yun, isip-isip din kung when ka dapat mag-react. Pero of course, it will take some time. So, yun. Next one is, sabi dito, you are constantly shoulding yourself. Yung should. Tapos may ing. Yan. Shoulding. shoulding. Para klaro. Baka kasi may ibang meaning yung sound na shoulding. Yung example dito is, I shouldn't feel this way. I should be over this by now. I should just be positive. Well, yeah, guilty din ako dito. I think this is a common parang, gaslighting sa sarili. Kasi we have this, kasi na parang, di ba, sometimes we have target sa mga bagay-bagay. And then minsan, hindi natin nare-reach yun, ganon. So parang inaano na rin yung sarili natin na parang pinapamper-ish natin yung sarili natin, right? By gaslighting ourselves. Na for example, hindi mo nakuha yung target mo, sasabihin mo na, I should just be positive na lang and look at the brighter side, ganon. Or kung meron mang nangyari na hindi maganda, tapos sabihin mo na I shouldn't feel this way. Parang you are invalidating whatever you feel. Alam mo yun? Which is, there's a part na parang yes, this one is correct, and there's also a part na na invalidating the feeling is also probably correct. Alam mo yung 50-50 kasi ito Pero nakalagay naman kasi ito, you're constantly shoulding yourself. So, if you're doing that most of the time, then that's wrong. Kasi you are gaslighting na talaga ng bonggang-bongga sa sarili mo. But if you know how to balance it na, sort of gaslighting yourself, let's just say. Kasi it's also, bringing yourself up kasi, di ba? Pag sinabi mo yung mga bagay-bagay. Sometimes kasi, hindi natin kailangan yung ibang tao na magsabi na, the things that we need to hear. Sometimes, yung sarili natin yung kailangan magsabi nun. Or probably walang ibang tao magsabi nun, kundi ikaw na lang. Right? So, ayun. Pero of course, if may mga bagay-bagay na, wag mo namang araw-arawin to. If ever, for example, araw-araw ka nagkakaroon ng mga problema sa buhay, assuming teleserye yung buhay mo, so araw-araw ka may problema, hindi mo naman dapat araw-arawin na i-gaslight yung sarili mo para lang maging positive ka, kasi the effect to that is mawawala ka sa reality. Alam mo yan, yung parang makakalimutan mo yung reality kasi parati ka na lang be positive, be happy, ganon. Kahit hindi ka na happy, ganon pa din, right? So it can also lead to probably, pag na-accumulate na yung lahat, depression or other mental illness, right? So, yun, tamang balance lang. Next is, you believe that you're too sensitive. As a result, you feel ashamed of your emotions and suppress them. So ito naman is, common din siya, especially sa mga bata actually. Well, of course, to adults also, pero feeling ko mas common to sa mga bata kasi especially if they are raised sa family na medyo stricto yung parents, parang military-ish yung style, or ano pa ba? Or they just, yun yung parang naniniwala. May ibang family kasi na, or may ibang tao or parents na they don't believe this kind of, pag sinabi na hindi umiiyak ang mga lalaki. Ganon na statement. So if you're a child na lalaki sa pamilya mo, so tapos you're feeling down, or wala lang, binuli ka sa school for example, or you just mayroon ka lang dinaramdam, and the only way to express that one para maano mo yun is to cry. Pero since naisip mo na okay, my parents, pag nakita ko ng parents na ganito, ng mama ko, ng papa ko na umiiyak, baka hindi sila ma-proud sa akin or something like that, right? So yun, parang kasalanan din yun ng ganong environment, no? Pero may mga ganon din kasi talaga na family, and that's just an example, no? Pero of course there are other ways pa para ma-suppress yung feeling ng isang tao na may dinaramdam talaga because of outer inputs. Ayun. Ano pa bang may example? Sa aking experience naman is, yun, similar lang din yung sinabi ko. Tsaka, din kasi, parang yung outer shell kasi is, parang tough, ganun. Parang ganun yung pagkakaalam nila, or softy din naman ako sa, pero most of the time, people will think na stricto, ganun. So, hindi ko naman siya sinasadya. Ganun talaga yung tingin nila sa akin. Hindi masyadong approachable, ganun. So, sometimes, pag naisip ko din, na for example, may mga times kasi na naisip ko, parang bigla lang siyang papasok sa akin na no, you should not parang show to them that you're soft, or that natatamaan ka, ganun. Kasi ang perspective nila sa'yo is like this, like that. Alam mo yun. So, yun, meron ding mga ganong eksena. Pero right now, parang hindi ko na yun masyadong ininda. Kasi naisip ko na, wala naman silang pakialam talaga sa akin eh. Diba? No, well, chismis ka, probably yes. Pero, mawawala din naman after. Malilimutan din naman nila yan afterwards. So, parang, it's better if yun yung feel mo and yun yung nararamdaman mo, it's as long as hindi ka din naman nakakasakit ng ibang tao. So, why not show it, right? Parang ganon. Hindi naman siya kailangang i-suppress talaga. Unlike siguro if you're in a work. Kasi, for example, yung work mo is you need to be happy, or parang, for example, you're a clown, or hindi naman clown, a comedian, for example. Yung common to sa mga comedian, di ba? They need to suppress na mga nararamdaman nila sa personal na buhay nila. Because they are nasa work sila, and their work is to be jolly, to lift the energy of the place, kanon. So yun. Pero for sure may ibang comedian naman na they're able to balance it, right? So yun, after work they do other ways to express that one, right? So ganon. So dapat ganon ka din, right? If it's work, wala kang choice. So yeah, it's either you will resign from that work or you stop doing that work kasi it's causing mental illness sa'yo, distress. Or yun, you need to find ways to balance it lang. Ganun. Wala kang choice eh. Work mo, yun yung nagpapakain sa'yo araw-araw. But yun nga, pag hindi naman siya work related, yung you have naman the control, you have naman the choice na heavy. I suggest to really, show your true emotions, your true feeling. Kasi kasi sometimes din naman kasi, yung ibang tao, hindi nila masyadong maybe they're just blinded kasi hindi sila sanay sa ganon, hindi sila familiar na may ganong klaseng tao, ganon. Kasi diba depende naman sa environment nila na kasanayan. Diba? So, for example, you are softy, tapos sa environment nila, kasi puro sila lalaki, ganon, tapos medyo military-ish yung datingan nila sa pamilya nila, for example. So, hindi sila sanay na may, for example, umiyak na guy or softy na guy. So, ayun. So, parang, hindi dahil ganon sila, you will, sakay na rin sa kanila na parang, hindi din ako dapat softy sa kanilang paningin kasi hindi sila ganon, hindi sila sanay. If you're softy talaga, then go ahead. Para, hindi naman siguro nila, ma-amaze sila or tataka sila or hindi nila mag-gets siguro yun. Pero sa first part lang yun, eventually they will, okay, softy talaga ito si person A. They will eventually learn that one and accept that one. Well, assuming it will sometimes kasi they will also use that as their bullet, right? So, pero, well, ibang usapan na yun. Pero, if they're all mature and, naman, good people naman sila, they will just accept it later on. Parang, mayroon lang silang, parang, transition period of adapting that kind of person kasi it's their first time to see a softy person. Example lang to, of course, meron ba other, but feel free to comment down some other examples. Okay. Ito pang huli. You don't trust your own judgment. Example ito or the explanation is, you second guess yourself and don't listen to your intuition because you don't trust it. Ito naman is very, very, very common din. Super guilty ako nito. Kasi, hindi naman of course, some people might say, okay, first of all, medyo naguluhan tayo nito. Medyo magulo yung explanation ko. So first, sasabihin ko kasi sana na as a Scorpio, we are into reading the energy. We are relying so much sa intuition. Ganon. Pero of course, there are people kasi na, oh, come on, the zodiac sign card, ganon. So I'm so sorry for that one. Pero ganon talaga. That's what I believe and some of us also believe that one. Well, anyway, yung zodiac sign naman kasi for me is, some of it is true, parang for me, it's true. It's because it's just an old way of survey noong unang panahon. Right? Ngayon kasi is masyado ng scientific, masyado ng mathematic base yung survey ngayon eh. So, parang, you can really tell na, okay, this is legit. Kasi may mga formula na, may mga studies na. But the zodiac sign is like a product of that kind of survey supposedly before. It's just that before kasi hindi naman lahat is mathematically knowledgeable. So, for example, if they conducted a survey about these people born in January to February, for example, and then tapos na-realize nila after how many years of observation na these people born in January, February, ganun yung common nila na ugali nila, ganyan, right? So, doon ako naniniwala in terms of zodiac, yung mga characteristics of these people born in this month, something like that. Pero yung zodiac sign na parang telling the future of this person, hindi ako masyadong naniniwala doon. Pero there could be, some truth to it. Pero hindi masyado. Doon lang ako sa part na more on yung parang survey-ish like na zodiac sign. I mean, yung sinabi ko na pag na the zodiac sign is just a product of an old type of report na survey or survey report noong unang panahon. It just so happened na hindi naman nila familiar hindi sila familiar about, scientific things. And yung audience naman hindi naman familiar about it. So, the easiest way para mag-meet sila is i-associate yung mga category to animals. Para it's easier, right? Everyone knows that animal, parang they realize, this animal is like this and like that, and they will associate because the observation from the survey na ginawa about these people born in this month, yung mukhang mag-match sa animal na yun. So, parang ganon. So, yun. So, enough with explanation. So, let's move forward on sa sinasabi ko na, yun nga, sa Scorpio kasi, parang common kasi sa amin na, parang we really rely so much with intuition. Mas yung gut feeling, ganon. Though, that's the difficult part kasi sometimes hindi naman ma-explain yung mga bagay-bagay kasi wala siyang proof. Pero we're certain on things. Parang we really, parang, alam mo yun, yung parang we really anchored to that, example, idea. For example, alam na namin na siya yung, for example, siya yung kumuha ng item. Example lang to. Parang sa aming end, as a Scorpio, na-feel na namin kung sino yung talagang kumuha ng item or nagnakaw ng item. Pero hindi namin yun masabi because wala naman kaming proof. Basta na-feel lang namin. So, hindi naman siya pwedeng ilaban yun, diba? So, unfortunately, hindi namin yun masabi. So, hindi rin namin siya ma-share sa iba kasi yun nga, baka sabihan din kami na, parang we're painting bad to that person. Wala naman kami ebidensya. Kami pang mapasama, right? So, sometimes, yun yung problem namin. So, as a Scorpio, na hindi namin masyadong, because we rely so much nga sa intuition namin. Hindi namin, we rely so much about it, pero because of the scenario, na sometimes wala kaming ebidensya, so we cannot say it na lang. We just keep it inside. And, balik sa natin, dito sa last card, yung you don't trust your own judgment. So, because of that one, yung parang you don't trust so much with yourself. So, yun, parang ginagaslight mo na lang yung sarili mo na hindi ito yung totoo. Look for other option, ganon, instead of following your gut. So, ang ending, mali. Or nahihirapan ka or something like that. So, common to sa akin kapag during exams. Sometimes kasi parang alam ko ito na yung answer eh. Parang feeling ko lang to kasi hindi naman tayo ganoon ka matalino na absorb lahat ng binabasa natin So, ayun, sometimes parang feeling ko kasi at saka sa exam din naman hindi naman lahat ng nasa libro is nandoon. So, 'di ba? Usually may mga scenario. So, hindi na yun, wala yun sa libro, yung scenario na yun. So, ikaw na yung mag-analyze, right? Sa question. So, based on your analysis, parang feeling mo ito yun. Pero kahit hindi ka nag-analysis, kasi sometimes, pag konti na yung time, iyan mo na lang siya, tingnan mo na lang. Sa akin to, parang, sometimes ganito ako mag-take ng exam. Titingnan ko na lang yung question, saka yung options. Yung pagkatingin ko, hindi ko siya parang binabasa. Parang pinapakiramdaman ko lang kung saan yung parang mag-highlight. I don't know if magigets niyo to, pero ganun ako minsan mag-answer ng question. Lalo na, of course, basahin ko yung question, tapos yung scenario, and then, I will also read all the options. Common naman sa mga, mga adult na mga questions na may option, yung A, B, C, D, ganun. Diba? Common naman na yung A, B, C, D ay same lang lahat. Parang pare-pareho lang lahat. Parang malilito ka, right? So, because of that, then malilito ka and wala nang time. Ang gayon ang gagawin ko. I'll just look at the question with those options and then ayun, parang pakikiramdaman ko na lang kung nasaan yung parang mag-highlight, yung parang may magtuturo sa akin na ito yung answer, gano'n. Hindi ko siya ma-explain ng ano, pero gano'n, parang gano'n. So, yun, mostly din naman, kahit mostly tama naman yung gut feeling na yun. Pero because of the rational kineso, ang ending is iba yung pipiliin ko. Which is, I will regret after kasi nga, yun. Kasi nga, yung gut ko nagsabi ito. For example, A yung tamang sagot. Tapos, yung gut feeling ko sabi, because of that way of answering na papakiramdaman mo na lang A yung sinasabi, yung tinuturo. Pero dahil naisip mo because meron kang mga input sa mga binasa mo, sa sinabi ng teacher mo, medyo na ano ka, parang ganito yung narinig ko noon eh. Parang gano'n. Yun, alam mo yun, parang you will also your rational mindset or your thinking. So, ang ending, you will choose yung sa tingin mo, yung nabasa mo, narinig mo, yung tinuro sa'yo. So, yun, ang ending mali ako. So, that's common sa akin actually. Pero hindi ko naman kasi siya parang, hindi mo naman pwedeng i-rely lahat sa gut feeling. Though, alam kong gano'n ng mga Scorpio na intuition, parang masabi namin na magaling kami sa gano'n, intuition. Sa mga reading behind the lines, reading the energy, gano'n. Pero, hindi naman kasi wala siyang scientific evidence kasi parang, parang sometimes you will not trust that path kasi wala siyang proof. So, yun. So, ito yung gaslighting part namin. Hindi namin siya parang you cannot, don't listen to your intuition because you don't trust it, which is true. We don't trust it sometimes, though most of the time din naman totoo yung intuition namin. Pero for some reason also we don't trust it. Well, hindi siya for some reason. I think the reason is yun nga, meron na kaming rational kineso. So, namimix yun at mas, of course, yung rational kineso natin is mas masasabi mo na mas makatotohanan siya kasi may proof siya, may foundation, may ganun, mas meron siyang ipupush, di ba? Versus intuition mo na wala. Parang yun lang. Parang yun lang sabi ng universe, parang ganun. So, walang laban. Di ba kung saan pa? So, yun. So, ganun. Pero ito naman is para sa akin, personally, hindi naman siya ganun ka-big deal na talagang kasi yun lang naman yung mga issue ko yung about answering the exam, ganun. Pero siguro sa iba, yung for example, yung meron ng sa mga scam, yung alam mo yun, yung mga pyramid scam, di ba? They try to lure you kasi of good things eh. And sometimes mafe-feel mo yon na your intuition is saying no. So there is a part of you saying no, pero hindi mo siya ma-validate kasi yun lang yung sabi eh. It's a no. Pero yung scammer, ang dami nilang binigay ng mga positive stuff, right? So parang pag maging rational ka, sabihin mo na, tama din naman yung sinabi niya. Alam mo yun, yung parang nagagaslight mo rin sa sarili mo na tama din yung sinabi niya, ganyan. So hindi mo na pinapakinggan yung intuition mo, yung gut feeling mo. So yun, this is a little bit difficult. So ganoon talaga. Pero this one is less para sa akin. Kahit even doon sa scam na example ko, parang less lang din naman siya. Kasi alam mo na, kahit even if mayroon siyang financial impact sa'yo, assuming na it's a scam or you're in a scam, nawalan ka ng ilang thousands of money or millions kung mayaman ka talaga, na nawalan ka ng ganun kalaking pera. Ang ending naman nun is parang, okay, life lesson. Moving forward, hindi ka na sasama sa mga ganun. Pero you will still keep that that gaslighting, self-gaslighting na you will not trust your intuition. Kasi mayroon din naman kasing may mga times din naman kasi na hindi totoo yung intuition natin, diba? Mayroong mga hindi naman perfect ang intuition. So, kasi, or probably hindi siya intuition talaga. It's just false information na create sa brain mo. So, yun yung part na hindi mo ma-justify eh. Hindi mo siya ma-justify, identify kung yun ba is intuition or yun ba is just a false information or parang, false kinesa. Hindi ko alam kung anong term. Pero parang maling akala, ganon. Diba? Hindi mo siya ma-identify between the difference of the intuition. Kasi parang same lang din yung pagkapasok ng gut feeling eh. Alam mo yun? Lukso ng gut feeling, lukso ng sasabihin ko sa lukso ng tiyan. Pero it's, hindi ko alam kung anong Tagalog ng gut feeling. Basta. So, ayun. Ayun, so, tapos na yung 5 pag-gaslight sa sarili mo. Yung how to identify na ginagaslight mo yung sarili mo. So, yun. So, just to recap, in quick recap lang tayo. So, the first one is you make excuses for your bad behavior. Second one is you invalidate your feelings. Yung third one is you constantly should ding yourself. Yung should be, I should just, ganon. And then the fourth one is you believe that you're too sensitive, yung sinosuppress mo yung feelings mo, ganon. And then the fifth one is you don't trust your own judgment or your gut feeling, aka intuition, ganon. So yun yung 5 signs that you are gaslighting yourself. Some of it is maybe helpful, in lifting yourself. Pero some of it naman is dangerous for you if, pag nasobrahan, or some of it talaga is really dangerous kasi, especially yung suppressing something, yung suppressing your feelings. Ganon. Just siguro tamang balance lang on how to deal with it. Hindi man pwede na, hindi ko pwedeng mag-gaslight sa sarili ko kasi para akong gagon yun. In reality, tamang balance lang talaga kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng hindi tayo pwedeng maging perfect doon sa path na hindi natin ginagaslight yung sarili kasi sometimes we need it. Alam mo yun lang. So again, pero if you have other comments like if you disagree with me doon sa mga sinasabi ko, or if you have additional info at mayroon kang gusto pang sabihin, mayroon kang mga personal na nangyari na makakarelate ka sa 5 signs na yon na sinabi ko earlier, please feel free to comment it down below. It's either if you're on my website or doon sa Spotify Q&A portion doon. Feel free para we can discuss that one maybe, or some users that are listening might see your comment also, and ganon, para makarelate din sila, or it may be helpful din, no? And ayun, so that's the end of the podcast. So my name is Kerupi, and this is the Kero Cafe podcast. All right, so thank you and goodbye. See you in my next episode or podcast episode. Buyers.